Hello everybody, nice to be with you all again. Today I'm with Xander van Baarsen from Rhino, longtime partner, 2 years now? 2.5 years?
No, two-ish, yeah.
2 years, and has had the solution certification from SBC for about the same amount of time. And Rhino is an incredible solution on utility management. So all of your utility management, thinking about making it smarter, getting down to granular level of detail on all of the things that are affecting your bills, I would say. So direct return on investment is one of those solutions. So Sander, how's it going? How's
good.
How's business?
It's actually been 2 years since I opened up the Amsterdam office. So 2 years since we expanded outside of the Polish borders. And around that time we started our conversations as well. So 1.5, 2 years I think we've been certified. And it's been quite a ride. I mean, the first year was all about, I guess, setting foot on the ground here in the Netherlands. And that went well, including a few connections outside of the Netherlands as well. But especially the second year, we've expanded to the whole of Europe, except for Italy for some reason, I don't know why.
If you're in Italy, let's get the feet on the ground.
Yeah, I think there's a big opportunity there. A lot of outdated and up for retrofit buildings, but I mean, there's the market is huge. We've in the beginning of 2024 made quite some organic growth of existing customers from the Netherlands and Poland to the rest of Europe, but now you see some new business as well across Europe, and we've even finalized our certifications for FCC and ISAT, which means 2025 will be making the jump across the ocean to the US as well. Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of work to be done there as well. A lot
of
old infrastructure there as well.
The opportunity is huge, and there are a lot of challenges still on the road. There are a lot of things we still need to do. It won't be an easy ride, but we're definitely making that move. The stockpile of outdated buildings in the US is insane.
Yeah.
Of course, the mindset is different as well, where in Europe there's a huge, let's say, focus on ESG related matters. We're expecting in the US to be more balanced towards cost reduction and ROI, which is fine, right? We've been doing this for 15 years. Even in Europe, the ESG argument is newish, so the cost reduction we can definitely help with as well.
So that's amazing. So what's the overall sentiment in the market, would you say, at the moment? We're here at the end of 2024, we're heading into 2025. We just had an election, we just had all kinds of fears of recession, but that seems to have kind of turned around. What are you seeing?
Well, first, what I see here in Europe is that the compliance and ESG focus has been sort of accepted. Just in these 2 years, we've been doing this from Amsterdam. 2 years ago, you saw big institutional investors with a ESG manager without a budget, without a board seat. And now we see the same type of companies where there are directors with a board seat and a budget. And that's a big difference, right? You can definitely spot that the need for the data is accepted.
Yeah.
So they are sourcing, which is good. They are fixing a portfolio problem instead of only a building problem. And on top of that, what we see is that more and more of these investors are looking for ways to build their internal business case. So not only the need for data for compliance, but how can our customers benefit from it? What can the property manager do with this data in terms of maintenance and operations? What can the tenants do with this type of data in terms of, who knows, settlement, or maybe their own compliance, right? There are a lot of tenants in commercial that have their own reporting needs as well. So each layer in this vertical, each stakeholder needs to benefit from the data, right? You don't want to have solutions stacked up on each other. It's an ecosystem, so you still want things integrated, but you don't want to pay double. And there's no need as well, because it's all integratable.
Yeah,
data
amazing.
is shareable.
Yeah, so I mean, the work that is happening right now on our side from the ROI think tank, right? We've kind of coined this idea of you have basic math, right? Which is if I put this solution in, I'm going to get this return on investment, I'm going to get this value from it. But there's also this concept of comprehensive math, where it's what you bought it for is one thing, but what are all the other value cases that you can pull off of that same data?
Exactly.
And I think that's when we really start to compound our ROI of these different solutions. And wherever they start, right, if it's on the efficiency on their energy bill, you know, that's one thing, or if it's for their ESG compliancy, either way, it doesn't matter. Wherever you start is where you start. But then how do you add more value cases on top of that? And that's where you start to see just a no-brainer ROI. And that's where you can take your calculation of what would maybe be 8 or 10 years for an ROI to 1 to 2 years, right?
Exactly.
It becomes more immediate.
Yeah.
Yeah, really nice. And so where are you guys going in 2025? And what are you looking for in partnerships or in collaboration? As you said, it's a community approach. We need to do these things together. As the Smart Building Collective, we couldn't agree more. So what are you all looking for?
I think on the product side, we want to integrate more solutions, as well as be easier integratable, right? We really believe in the ecosystem focus. You cannot do this alone. You want to do it together, and you want to add value to one another. So integration-wise, in the back end as well as in the front end, I think is going to be very important on the product side. Because what we do is we help with start measuring, right? Aggregate the data, normalize it, and then send it. And then the next step is obviously to act. Because you don't only want to see what's happening, but you want to change what's happening. So a big part of our focus will be on the act part as well. And then, I guess, market-wise, we are going to make that jump to the US, and we want to expand into more countries here in Europe as well. Because it's going to be a portfolio solution, right? That's what's driving us. We can fix building problems. We've been doing that for over a decade, and we're already scalable enough to become a portfolio solution.
Yeah, to really
it's
help
already
with
happening,
the total picture.
Yeah, exactly.
On a utility level, and then how do you, in essence, kind of become part of the holistic smart building program and make sure that they're getting value from all of that data. And I love what you say that, you know, it's about not only the data, it's about what do you do with that data and how do you help organizations to maximize that. How are you guys dealing with that scale piece, right? Because you guys are a technology company, you're a hardware and you're a software company. Your hardware being put into all of the different meter spots within a building, and the software helping you to analyze and control those data points. And of course, you can correct me or add to that if you want. But as you guys scale, how do you apply that human touch, you know, where you really help the ESG manager understand the data, use the data in the best way possible? Or how do you help the leadership understand how they can, you know, get more out of their buildings or their utilities?
Yeah. Well, it's partly a human solution, right? Customer success and our partner network. And it's partly an algorithm as well. There's going to be a big focus on, I don't want to use the word, but I'm going to do it anyways, on AI. Because in the end, we ourselves, but our customers as well, they need to do more with less people.
Yeah.
That's the situation, right? The total amount of square meters of real estate, not even commercial, but in general real estate, is going to double between now and 2060 or so, around the globe. That means that every month there's going to be New York added to the globe, and that's happening. And you need to be able to control and to operate that stockpile of buildings with less people.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's how we need to help with that. It's going to be partly algorithm, partly human, because the human part, of course, is always very important.
Yeah.
And for that, we've got our partner network. So the hardware is agnostic, the software is scalable, and with our partner network, we can be that global company with a local presence.
Yeah. No, and the thing that gets me, or where we're going with the whole AI discussion, right, is that the human piece is more important than ever, actually, right?
Yeah.
The data is going to give you the insights and the things to be thinking about, but in the end, we still need humans to turn off.
It needs to be trained as well.
Turn off different pieces of the building, or make those adjustments to the building based on the data. Tell me more about this partner network, and how does that serve your vision and your goal, and how does the partner network kind of move the needle, and what kind of partners would join that network, and how would they join that network?
So we've got a variety of types of partners, ranging from, I guess, traditional installation companies to consultants. You can think of energy consultants or ESG consultants. As long as you can grasp the possibilities of the technology and you understand buildings, you're set. Yeah, we even got property managers, actually.
Nice.
Yeah.
No, and I really like that the need to understand a bit the technology and the power of that data, but that becomes such a powerful tool when you use the technology and your consultancy practice to add value to your customers, So we recently launched the services certification, which is for our consultancy companies and MSIs. And really, we're looking at how do you, as a consultancy company, service smart buildings or service the real estate sector, and then how do we help you find the right technologies? And I think Rhino is really one of those technologies that is phenomenally useful from a hard data metering perspective on all meters, right? It's energy, it's water, which other ones are in there?
All utilities.
All utilities.
We can move. We actually move sensoring data as well, air quality, temperature, humidity, gas, water, electricity, city heat, you name it.
Yeah. Well, I look forward to 2025. I think we're going to be doing some really interesting stuff. And watch Rhino. In the comments field, you can find their solution certification, so you can read all about their products. I think there's even a previous interview we did together that goes completely into the solution. So learn about Rhino there, and don't hesitate to get in touch with either us or with Xander directly to talk about partner opportunities, building opportunities, whatever they may be. Till next time, thank you very much.
Thank you.